Well, lads, long time no see. Split Fiction. Was playing it on my PlayStation 5. One of the Split Fiction greatest threats is unpredictability. The game never lingers in one setting, tone, or gameplay style for too long. Instead, it constantly reinvents itself, shifting environments, mechanics, and perspectives while maintaining a grippy story that keeps pulling you forward. The story follows two struggling writers who desperately to get published sign up for the experimental machine that throws them into the Bible, extract stories directly from their minds. When a mishap forces them into the same extraction bubble, their widely different worlds literally collide, bringing a sci-fi adventure tangled with a medieval fantasy epic bring to life. The variety is staggering. One moment, you're deep in a cyberpunk detective thriller where the scenes would make Akira proud. The next, you're a sausage fragilely trying to cook yourself on a giant barbecue. Thanks to the PlayStation 5 SSD, their transitions are seamless, no load times, no downtime, just pure interrupted madness. So the Split Fiction refuses to stick to one formula. It's a constantly hybrid of adventure, action, puzzle solving, and cooperative platforming. I've played It Takes Two. You have a rough idea of kind co-op you visit at play there, but honestly, if you take a little bit deeper into that, you can play here only cracks everything to 11. What I mean, you will understand a bit later. The game never lets you to get comfortable, twisting and turning on in predictable ways. One moment you are cracking something up ridiculous beat of the set pieces, and next your co-partner are gasping at the mind-blowing transition or hidden Easter egg. It keeps you engaged, surprised, and fully invested every step of the way. Calling Split Fiction is a co-op game almost undersells it, and it's built around two players working in a perfect synchronization, almost symbolic, I should say. And every puzzle and every encounter and a story beat demands teamwork, requiring constant communication and collaboration until both players could get along with each other. And what is the result? A game that doesn't just match the best co-op experience, it surpasses them. And the Portal 2 levels of brilliance, if not more. So beyond its gameplay innovation, Split Fiction is a visual spectacle, a true next-gen experience. Each word is meticulously crafted in its own distinct style, blending detailed realism and one stunning surrealism. Every transition between words feels intentional and hazing. The narrative, rather than just looking cool, the atmosphere is thick and immersive, where you are in the middle of the explosive action sequence or a reflective moment. The dynamic soundtrack, ranging from sweeper orchestra swells to pulsing electronic beats, adapts seamlessly to every shift in tone, pulling you even deeper into the game's ever-changing world. Technically, it's flawless. Load times are virtually non-existent. The frame rates stay locked in the most chaotic sequences. The seamless camera transitions make everything feel smooth and cinematic. It's a rare game that pushes creative boundaries while also showcasing the raw power of the next-gen hardware despite of the lack of AAA label. I was so really to be picky, and I would say that this game is screaming of some collectibles. The world deserves to be explored in every nook and cranny, and collectibles will be a nice addition. There are some side stories which are truly excellent in their own right to find, but then they are really well hidden. The characters, Maya and Zoe, are perfectly fine and likable, but the lack of personality from the characters found in Intec2's, but I'm really picking it here. So in its core, Split Fiction is a game that demands to be played. It's a gripping story, stunning, world beating, and every evolving gameplay. You will need to be hooked along after you put down the controller after the session. Even when you are not playing, you'll be thinking about its twist, its world, and what might come next. Few games strike the perfect balance between innovation, technical brilliance, and sheer fun. Split Fiction isn't just a standout game, it's a landmark achievement. Well, for me, there is no question. This is my, I think, game of the year so far. Bold, interactive, and endlessly entertaining Split Fiction sets a new standard, not just for co-op games, but for gaming in general. In area of formulaic, paint by numbers, and the things, this is the kind of the game that reminds you why this gaming is so special. I would like to remember and also highlight the studio developer. It's a Hazelight Studios. The publisher is the Electronic Arts. So if someone who hadn't lived under the rock for the 40 years asked me, what is video gaming all about? I'll tell them to play Split Fiction. It's mind-bending, artistic, and technical triumph that turns into an unforgettable journey throughout pure imagination. And Split Fiction is a genre-defying co-op adventure that shatters expectations at every turn. Blending sci-fi and fantasy with the evolving gameplay, it throws players into seamless, fast-paced world where creativity knows no bounds, with stunning visuals, razor-sharp mechanics, and co-op experience that rivals the best in the gaming. Split Fiction isn't just a game, it's a bold, next-gen statement that demands to be played. I was playing this game on my PlayStation 5 with my girlfriend. No, honestly, she'd really like that. And Hazellight Studios gained more attention after It Takes Two. A fully co-op game surprised the world by winning 2021 Game of the Year. But Split Fiction is an evolution of this model that highlighted the studio's bigger, more ambitious, improved, and much more varied aesthetically in terms of mechanics, interesting magical antagonists, words with a problem, and challenges from different gaming genres. All were very structured in a story with a huge heart, which celebrities' creativity and friendship is too early to talk about the candidates, right, for the Game of the Year. But nonetheless, subscribe to my channel. Bye.